Welcome to Hub City, Legend Podcast with Alonzo in command. Brought to you by Compton Entertainment Chamber, across the land, news and information. Straight and uncut, we deliver. Real talk every time, sharp like a sliver. Like and subscribe, stay tuned, let's time.
Hey, folks, this is Lonzo, the president of the Entertainment Chamber of Commerce and the editor of Hub City Legend newspaper. Today, I have a good friend of mine on the show today. He has some great things happening here in the CPT, and y'all need to know about it. I'm going to welcome to the platform right now my man, my partner, before he was a preacher, Pastor James Thomas. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Lonzo. How you doing?
Man, I can't complain about nothing, Doc. I tried to complain. He told me to shut up and deal with it.
Right. There you go.
How you feeling over there?
I'm feeling pretty good. You know, we got a lot of things happening over here at Holy Revival, and I'm at the church now. So thank you for this opportunity to share, you know, with your audience.
When you sent me that email, the text today, I'm like, man, we didn't talk about that. That's send that to me. That's send that to everybody. Tell them what you got going on.
Well, you know, we have a food ministry, food distribution ministry, which my son James Jr. is the director. And this is something that, man, let me go back a couple of years or so ago, and when I was told by a pastor that I might want to consider selling my church and move into another area, because the area had changed so much. The area is predominantly Hispanic.
Okay.
And so I prayed about it as I do with everything, and you know, and the Lord spoke to me that no, you don't sell it. That Holy Revival is going to be a community church. Okay, God, that's cool, but the community is not black. You know, not over here where we are. Okay. You know, and so he said, no, start a first step, start a food ministry. I've never run a food ministry, never had anything to do with a food ministry outside of helping, you know, when I was over at Academy Cathedral. So couldn't find anybody that would accept us. All of the food banks were saying they were full, they wasn't taking nobody else and all of that. My son met one of the Spanish pastors down the street. He said, Pop, you really need to come meet this guy. He has a food ministry. You know, they were giving out shrimp and all kind of stuff. So we hooked up with Pastor Jonathan, and he hooked us up with his connection. And they accepted us on his connection. So we started a weekly food distribution ministry. Now, we've been doing that for 2 years, and I had been praying about starting a food bank in Compton. And from what I could find, there's never really been a food bank in the city of Compton, because through this food ministry, from what I've seen and experienced and how God has really given us favor with the Hispanic community, I mean, to the point to where I have a bilingual service on Tuesday mornings, where I'm ministering and preaching to the Spanish-speaking people through my interpreter. And so I said, God, it's too many people. It shouldn't be, nobody should be hungry in America. Nope. Nobody should be without food in America. And so I said, well, I can't reach out to America right now, but what I can do is reach out to Compton, because I see the need firsthand. So I had been praying about it, and I got the okay from my Heavenly Father to start a campaign to raise $1 million to open the Holy Revival Food Bank here in the city of Compton. And through that food bank, what I want to do, I want to be able to distribute to other churches and show them how we're doing it, teach them how we're doing it, so that the churches all over Compton can be our goal, that nobody will be hungry in Compton.
Okay, fantastic, man. That's a heck of a goal. Now, question: You know something, man. I got to say this, Doc, and you understand what I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
When you out here doing God's work, your calling or whatever the case may be, does it
Mm-hmm.
come with a color line? I
Does it
didn't
come with what?
a color line. I didn't think it came with a color line. So
Yeah, it does. It really does because Lonzo, what I found. I mean, you've been dealing with the public as long as I have, probably longer. But what I find, especially with the black and the Hispanic community,
uh,
a lot of black people feel like the Mexicans don't like them, and a lot of Mexicans feel like the black people don't like them. But when I started talking to them and interacting with them, and I've had Mexican gang members come to the church and say, Pastor, thank you for what you're doing for our aunties, our mamas, our grandmamas, and once we start talking to each other, we find out it really ain't a big difference. We in the same boat.
you know what? And when I ask you that question, I feel the same way. I feel the exact same way. I half of my grandkids are Latino. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
I and I grew up in a mixed neighborhood, right, just outside of Compton. And when I perform, I just did a show Saturday night
Hmm.
in San Pedro, my group World Class Wrecking Crew.
Okay.
And the only black people that was there were the ones on stage.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they loved us. Okay, we signed autographs, we hung out, we took pictures, and dude, we got it's different cultures, but I do believe just like we've been convinced that Africans don't like us and Jamaicans don't like us, divide and conquer is a hell of a tool, man.
It is. It
Divide
is.
and conquer is a hell of a tool, bro. So when you talk about something, who told you? Did the Latino tell you they didn't like you? Or did the media tell you that Latinos don't like us?
Exactly. Look,
Okay.
it's a young guy. His name is Ruben. Ruben just got out of prison probably last year, early part of last year. And Ruben had the tattoos on his face and all of that. Ruben told me he was very leery about coming down here. His mother and his aunt was coming, and his grandmother. And he said because he never thought he would do anything with black guys. He
Wow.
said because in jail, they you against each other.
Right.
It's no getting around it. And he started coming slowly but surely, more and more. And so he started talking to me about, he really wanted to get a job, and he couldn't get an interview and all. And I told him, I said, man, first thing you got to do is get them tattoos off your face. You have to. I said it's going to be hard for somebody to get you to take you in and all that. And the thing is, Lonzo, he listened to everything I told him to do, and so now he's connected with the homeboy industries out in East LA, and he's working and he's doing. I mean, he's like a totally different person. And he comes out and he said he never liked black guys.
Hmm.
He never did. He said, and I asked him why. I said, did they ever do anything? Anybody ever do anything? He said, no. We just didn't like each other. And
Hmm.
like what you said, that goes to what you said. Did somebody do something to you, or are you going by what the media says?
Right.
So that's one of my goals. I really do. I know this is even bigger. This is even bigger than the food bank idea, but I really would like to be, and I'm putting it out here publicly, the go-to person when it's a problem between blacks and Mexicans.
Okay.
I can take that challenge on because I talk to their mothers, I talk to their grandmothers, I pray for them, I pray for their families. Some of them, I have more people here at the bilingual service on Tuesday than I do on Sunday morning.
Wow.
And so it's something special. It really is. And I want to see, I think that by establishing and starting launching the campaign today, to raise $1 million to set it up, I mean, the right way. If I'm going to believe God, I'm going to believe big. I want it done the right way.
I'm not mad, Doc. So where do you what You gonna have it at your church? You have it someplace else?
No, we're gonna look for a place. I really believe that God has already gave me the area to go looking in because we're gonna need, a warehouse type building with freezers and where we can have a couple of trucks. So no, it's not gonna be here at the church.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna pray and put that put it in my prayer request for you as well, my brother. Because if
Thank you.
anybody can do it, you can do it. You surprised me thus far.
Thank you. I have a friend that's a pastor, and she said one thing I know about Pastor James, if he say he gonna do something, you may as well get ready to come to the celebration because
All
it's gonna happen.
We're supposed to be, Doc. Hey, look here. I ain't gonna hold you. If I know you're busy. I had to get you on here and tell folks how to find you right quick.
All right, you can find us. Well, first of all, the church is at 2028 East El Segundo in the city of Compton. And if you like to make a donation of any size, you can do it via Cash App at $ Holy Revival. You can do it via Zelle at 562-728-7434. Or if you do it the old-fashioned way, want to mail a check, just make sure it's good to 2028 East El Segundo in the city of Compton. And you can follow us at Holy Revival ND Church on Instagram and Holy Revival Church on Facebook.
All right. Okay, Doc. That's what I'm talking about. My man, Pastor JT. My personal name, Pastor JT. Long time.
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming out hang out with me today, Doc. And y'all support his desire to build a food bakery for folks. God knows we need it. Thank you, Doc. Have a good one now.
You too, Lonzo. Thanks, man, for having me.
All righty.
Hub City legend. Compton's voice. Sign up today. Make the choice. Whoa. Sign up today. 424-256-9211. Send us your email. Sign up today. Stories of the people shining so bright. Compton's moving forward with a future in sight. Advancing progress, we spread the word. Voices of the city, we make sure they're heard. Hub City legend, the paper we trust. For Compton, for progress, for all of us. 424-256-9211. Sign up today, send us your email. 424-256-9211. Sign up today, send us your email. Don't delay. Honoring heroes, the legends we know. Keeping tabs on the council, watching us grow. Repairs in the city, we tell it all. Hub City legend, Compton stands tall. Hub City legend, the paper we trust. For Compton, for progress, for all of us. 424-256-9211. Sign up today, send us your email. City legend, the paper of the city. Hub City legend, the pride of the city.